I know you had some words on immortal behaviour earlier in the week,
Yes.
but $1.3 million per year, that is reportedly what
Well, let's
the
get
Knights
away
are
from
offering.
that. The way this has been handled, the player manager, their job is to look after their player and take pressure off them. This has just amplified so much pressure on Dylan. We're doing this game today, no Mitchell Moses. All eyes are going to be on him. Now, if they get pumped, all over social media, he's going to get absolutely hammered. The pressure on this young... For 3 weeks straight, I reckon every day in the media there's a story.
What if they win?
Well, that's good. But he's going to go into the game without a doubt with this in his head. I just think I feel sorry for Dylan. Take the money and everything away. The pressure he is under at the moment going into this game...
Mate, at the end of the day, though, you get a chance to sit down with your manager. This is a problem a lot. Like, because footy, you start so young and immature. Like, you really have, you know, I remember coming through signing contracts. I had no idea what I was doing sitting there, just being sort of guided by other people. And like, a lot of our kids coming through 18, 19, 20. He's only young. He's only 21 or 22, I think.
No, he's a bit
24?
Is he 24? So, like, you know, it's tough. It's a hard thing. And what they've got to learn is you actually got to guide your manager. You pay your manager.
You employed them.
You pay your manager. So he has to take responsibility that the fact that this is all over the media, it's not his manager, he's guiding him.
I understand what Joey said. Your manager's job is to try and take pressure off you, and it is. But at the end of the day, it comes back to you. You are the name. You are the name reporting the paper. You're the one everyone wants to read. No one wants to read about... I don't even know who his manager is. But you don't want to read about his manager. You want to read about Dylan Brown. And that's why Dylan Brown's name keeps coming up. So that's one thing players need to learn. You employ the manager. You need to help control the manager. And it's a hard one for players, really is, especially young guys.
I saw an article a few weeks ago and they interviewed all the coaches, a poll, and they said, what's the biggest issue in the paper? 25% of them said player managers. So how do we control?
It's a massive issue at Parramatta. Look, some of the contracts at Parramatta are ridiculous. The fact they've all got get-out clause whenever they want it. They've got to get rid of it. That's crazy. Now, I think they're working on getting rid of Moses, or they may have gotten rid of that. Obviously, Dylan Brown's another one. There's multiple players there, and I think the fact they've got Jason Rolls there, Jason Rolls won't stand for that. He's come from a place where you are all there for the club. You are 100% in for the club, not for yourself, and that's what he's trying to do at Parramatta, but it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to be I think it's going to be a long time, to be honest. It's going to take him a couple of years to fix all them contracts and get everyone there for the right reasons.
The only way to get control, over the managers is have a draft. It was a long time ago that Terry Hill actually took the game to court and defeated the draft. So, you know, that'll stand there forever. So the only way to do it is have control as a draft, because our system is so loose that you can sign a year out for another club. So you can just start churning over, talk through the media and do whatever you like, trying to navigate the dialogue, you know, on your client, and that's what they do at the moment.
Another big issue.
Yeah, that's a system, but I think also the game...
managers managing coaches.
Yeah.
Well, they manage coaches and players, yeah.
Yeah, no.
So you see that at clubs. Whoever the coach is managed by, players managed by that same manager, they just end up, you get as soon as the coach signs, you get 4 or 5 blokes there. And then now you get clubs that refuse to deal with certain managers.
Yeah.
So...
Well, most clubs now too, I know Penrith had a situation where, you know, when you've got one person in charge, you know, you can fall under that sort of, you know, whatever, system. But they have 3 or 4 people in charge of recruiting, not just the one person. So therefore then, you know, they spread the responsibility and hopefully you can't get that.
But I feel for Dylan. Yeah. And all eyes are going to be on him. Yeah. All eyes. And our intro today is all about Dylan Brown. Dylan, Mitchell Moses out. Do you want to be the main man? You got this big money contract. So everyone watching the game will hear the intro and just go, I'm going to watch him today.
I know you'd like to see him at the Knights, but is he worth that price tag for a 5'8", particularly given they're already paying Kalen Ponga 1.4?
Well, potentially, yes. He's an amazing player, but can he be a halfback steering a team around? And the question marks are there. Look, I've helped Dylan in his career, him and Mitch Moses. Can he wear their number 7 and, you know, push a team around the park? I don't know. But once again, we're going to watch today. The next 6 weeks, he's on audition and we're going to see it.
Well, is that not a good opportunity for him, though, to prove it?
Well, it's both ways, yeah, it is. But then he's under all sorts of pressure and how he handles that.
But I don't think that's such a bad thing for him. If you want to be a halfback and earn $1.3 million a year, I think to be put under that type of pressure and prove you can do it is going to show you're worth that sort of money. If he can't do it, then maybe he's not worth it. Look, for me as a player, I think you get whatever money you can. Yeah. Whatever money someone wants to pay you, that's what you are worth. Would I pay it for him? No, I wouldn't pay it for him. But if someone's going to pay it, you're not going to say no, are you?
If you were Dylan Brown, you'd go the Knights?
Oh, absolutely.
I think it's irresponsible from the Knights to have Kalen and him taking nearly $3 million of your money.
At the end of the day, you've got a fullback and a great half, or a great 5'8", but you need a lot more than that.
You're not playing a 5'8". You want him as number 6.
Play half, but you need a lot more than that to win a premiership. A lot more than that. And I agree with Freddie. That's a lot of your salary cap to have tied up in 2 players.
Very talented.
Yeah.
Very talented and a lot of potential.
Yeah.
And he's got another 10 years left in him, but we'll see in the next 6 weeks.